Sometimes it will
Thank you.
அது வேற ஒரு பிளேட்ல வச்சு போடுங்க.
Without saying hello to you, I'm enjoying your hospitality. The Vadas are so inviting, and then I'll say hello later.
आइए आइए जब मैं फोन करूँगा तो आ जाना फिर श्री रामचंद्राचार्य प्लीज वेलकम वेलकम सर वेलकम and also the report of the previous meetings will be made by our Vice Chairman Srimati Prema Kariyappa.
Hello. Good evening to everybody. Respected Chairperson, Mr. Sudarshan ji, my colleague members of this parliamentary group for human rights, and friends. It's very nice to meet in this pleasant evening to discuss about human rights. I would like to welcome all of you for this meeting. And Chairman has entrusted me to present this report. The first meeting of Parliamentarian Group for Human Rights was held on March 3rd, 2005 in Parliament House. 44 members of Parliament participated in the meeting. In this meeting, the FIAN representatives were invited. FIAN is an NGO, Food First Information and Action Network. The agenda was food is a human right. In this meeting, FIAN representatives, Mrs. Sabina Fabust, who came from Vienna International Secretariat, Germany. She replied to many queries raised by honorable members regarding FIAN. The second meeting of the group was held on August 3rd, 2005 in the Parliament House. 32 members of Parliament participated. The agenda of the meeting was focused on International Criminal Court and India. The representatives from ICC India campaign participated in it. Many members gave their views on it. It was a very fruitful discussion. The third meeting was held on December 8, 2005 in the Parliament House. Meeting was focused on International Criminal Court. The chief guest was Judge Philippe Kist, President International Criminal Court, The Hague, Netherlands. Today, our chairman will discuss and give us the agenda of this meeting, and we are here. So once again, I welcome all of you to this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Prema Kariapaji. Actually, I have to take some time to tell you how we initiated this program of parliamentarian group on human rights. You know very well that we are having the fundamental rights and also the directive principles of state policy in the constitution, which are more or less replica of the Declaration of Human Rights. When the International Declaration of Human Rights was made, our drafting of the constitution was also simultaneously, it was also going on. Therefore, we could cover up the entire human rights issues as guarantees and rights as part of our constitution. Therefore, what we thought is, the members of the parliament are the protectors of the constitution, and we have to look into every issue which is happening in and around our nation in the eye of the human rights. Now the human rights is a fashion in the international level, and also you know very well it was only a forum previously of the United Nations. Now it is made as a permanent commission. International Human Rights Commission is made, and where the India has got the maximum number of votes when they want to contest in that management, and they could get the maximum out of 181. We got around 178 votes in the international level. Therefore, what we thought is, our members of the parliament, cutting across all the political allegiance, we should have then and there at least once or twice in every session, in between the session, we should meet and discuss the issues which are relevant to the nation. Therefore, we made that arrangement. First, we initiated right to food as one of the main subjects which has to be discussed. Subsequently, there was an enactment of Employment Guarantee Act has also come. And we took up the other issue of the International Criminal Court, which was not ratified by India, but there is a feeling of some sect of the people that there should be some discussion on it. Then we discussed upon human rights in the practical purpose of in the international level, and we are now meeting for the fourth meeting. This forum is meeting on the very, very important issue of networking of the rivers. You know that the interlinking of water, interlinking of rivers was the major issue debated in the parliament and also outside the parliament. And when we are discussing that matter, we could find that many of the states are not ready to give the right to the lower riparian rights. There are many disputes in it, and the Interwater Dispute Act was also amended accordingly by diluting the powers of the central government. Therefore, the issues are very, very big one. Therefore, what we thought is, we should have another way of thinking. Therefore, what we discussed with the one very senior Chief Engineer of Tamil Nadu, was formerly Chief Engineer of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Kamaraj, who has taken his whole time to think about the networking of the rivers, and he is assisted by Mr. Kasi, who is also retired engineer from Tamil Nadu, and group of engineers under the leadership of Mr. Kamaraj. They are thinking about it, and they are touring in different states. They are meeting the chief ministers, they are meeting the ministers. Therefore, what we thought is, why not we, the members of the parliament, take up the issue as a national issue before the parliament. and we have to make the government aware that this is an issue which we have to take up quickly as a thing which can solve many of the problems. It can be a talisman for many of the problems. Therefore, we thought that this type of title should be very much suitable for us. In the very important part of it is 11th 5-year plan, draft level it is now. Now the draft we have already circulated to you one booklet. This is the booklet on which it will give you a small synopsis how this thought of linking of the rivers, the alternative system of not linking the river but side by side, there is a new system by using the rainwater and the flood water which goes waste to the sea can be used permanently without taking away the rights of the lower riparian people. And also the upper riparian people need not worry that we are going to sacrifice our right on the water. In that way, we thought about it. This is the booklet, and if you see the last one, this will give you how this matter will be helpful. Very easily you can recognize what are the benefits in it. And then we have given a detailed report made by Engineer Kamaraj. This will take you somewhat higher limit of the things in which way we can think about it. And then we are making what is the stand of the government, water policy of the government of India, that is given here. This will give you what is the nature of the thinking of the different departments, especially Water Resources Ministry, what is the government of India thinking. And then we are circulating this another booklet which is having it is not a continuous document, but we have chosen to select only pages. Therefore, if you take the first page, this is the latest answer, the question which I raised in the parliament, which was made as unstart question, where the government has taken the stand like this. This I want to explain that the Supreme Court of India in 2002 passed an order after issuing the notice to all the state governments and to the union government, and they passed the order that the interlinking of water, interlinking of the rivers are a very important one for the nation. Therefore, why don't you take it as a project for the national level? Then the government of India and the other states which appeared, they told that they need some time. Then finally, there was a compromising order by which 10-year period was given. Within that, they have to come out with a proper project, and also it should be implemented. For that, what is the step you have taken it? That is a question we have asked in the parliament, and already you know very well when the earlier government, NDA government was there, Suresh was made as the person in charge, chairman of that. He was a union minister, and he was very dynamic to collect many of the data, and he made a very dynamic report also. He started to make the work. In between the government changes, and there was no chairman appointed, but the department is working, the commission is working. Therefore, they answered that there is a expenditure of 241 crores for this purpose. But the answer is not a fully satisfactory answer. What we ask is whether the draft plan, 11th 5-year plan, is including this interlinking of the water. They say that it is included, but it is not included. That is why we have made the other second page is, you can see the page 21, bottom line, that is part of the draft report, 11th, that is an approach to the 11th 5-year plan. There, the heading water management and irrigation. There is no word that there will be a interlinking of water. Then if you see the next 2 pages after, you will see that infrastructure development, because you know the diagram will show to you that we can have that is navigation. We can use the navigation when we are having the linking of the water. He will explain how the navigation will be useful. Therefore, he will give that diagram, and the animated picture also he will show it. Navigation, there is no word about it. If you see the 3 pages afterwards, the bottom page is 29, public-private partnership, and then it tells about the routes. But there is no word regarding the National Highways Development Program, page 31, and then railways, and then ports, airports, nothing about the navigation. Therefore, the 11th 5-year plan is not having any visionary thing about the navigation. Then when we take up this system which we want to discuss with you, if it comes very quickly with the private participation, with also the state government participation, then we will have the power generation also. Therefore, whether the power generation in that aspect, it is discussed, it is also not discussed, that is the page number 34 and 59. 59 is regarding the employment. We want to say that this will create employment opportunities for millions of the youths and engineers. Therefore, that aspect also can be included in this particular thing. In that way, we made this document for your appreciation. If you need the full document, we are ready to give it. Please, madam, welcome to madam. Please. Our General Secretary is now a Minister of the Union Government. We greet her with all happiness. We are very happy that she is associating herself with this body, even though she has become the Minister of the Union Government. Please. Therefore, we want to take up this issue in every state, and every chief minister should come forward that the certain amount should be allotted in the 11th 5-year plan for this purpose, in the name of networking of the rivers, interlinking of the rivers. Because the chief ministers are going to assemble here, they are going to be called, and they are going to present what are the needs for the 11th 5-year plan. When they finalize this 11th 5-year plan, draft plan, they want to get approval. Therefore, what we request from the honorable members is, if you have got thinking about these matters, then you can have your own meetings in the state level, and in the state level MPs can meet the chief minister, and you can also take the MLAs and convince the chief ministers that this should be the project which has to come out at the national level. This is the main aspect. I am really proud of myself that all the states are represented here today. Therefore, I am very happy that the state representation is very much here, and they are all very activized. The members of the parliament, senior members of the parliament have come. Therefore, you can take up that issue. You can take up in all the 3 forums. That is, one is at the state level, another is in the parliament level, and in the media level also. If you go to that extent, I feel that we can have a cooperative system so that we can implement this project as quickly as possible. With these words, I request Mr. Kamaraj to make his presentation, and if you can raise any question on my there is introduction also, you can come forward with the questions, and afterwards we will call Mr. Kamaraj to explain it. When he finishes, it will take about 10 to 15 minutes. How much time? 10 to 15 minutes it will take. You can also stop it in between and you can ask the questions. It is purely informal discussion on this particular topic. Therefore, it is a free thinking. Whatever you have got a positive thinking, you can come forward. We are making the record, everything in the video. Therefore, we will try to make whatever questions you have asked and the answers we could give it to you will be made up as a booklet as far as possible, because that work is also going on. Therefore, we feel that your participation is much more needed. Your ideas, your vision, how we can come about it. Because you know very well that this is a new activity in a new world of networking of the rivers. Interlinking of rivers has now made it as a network of rivers by having side-by-side new project. That is why we need your discussion and inputs. With this observation, I welcome all of you again, and I'm very thankful for you because you have got a lot of engagements, especially the Minister, Honorable Minister, was also having a lot of engagements, and all of you have got a lot of engagements, but you have spared the time to come with us and discuss about it. Finally, I would like to tell that we want to use this premises for this purpose of the human rights issue, and also for networking of the rivers. Therefore, we are going to make a working office, so that regular office. Therefore, I request all the members of the parliament to have the frequency of visit here, and we can have a discussion, and we can prepare papers, we can present it in a common way in the parliament and also to the media. Thank you very much.
Have you got any clarification?
We can have it at the end, after the presentation. We will try to put up our own question to you and to him later.
Kindly put up your mobiles and passport.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, Chairman of the Parliament Affairs for Human Rights, Mr. Sudarsana Nachappan, and honorable members of the Parliament, I am very glad we are all here so that we can give a small introduction about the interview. We are all very well aware that there are a lot of friction between the states. If you take Tamil Nadu, we are fighting with Kerala and Punjab. If you take Andhra, there is friction between Andhra and Karnataka. And Punjab and Haryana. And Haryana is in Delhi. On all, only on water issues. The problems goes on increasing. What is the solution? But are we not having enough water? We are having enough water, more than what we need. That's what Sir Arthur Cotton, a famous engineer, British engineer, said. India has enough water for all conceivable purposes, 10 times so. We've got enough water. But what's happened? We get all the water, downpouring doesn't take 4 months, then get floods, goes up to sea, causing heavy damage. And within 1 or 2 months, we are dead of water. Even for drinking water, we are finding it difficult. Every state, there is no exception. Even Cherabunji, they are experienced for drinking water. Then, another major problem is, as our chairman was putting it, food is a human right. Employment is a right. What are we going to do? Our present production is only 210 million tons.
It's okay.
And but our requirement is 500 million tons by 2050, by which we expect our population to stabilize. China is producing nearly more than 400 million tons even now. Though the population only 50% more. But we are not producing enough. Have we got any program? No, it's dragging on for the many years, interlinking. So what is to be done? Unemployment is another problem. It's everywhere. And the oil import is going up. China has already shifted to waterways. They say it's not possible to have national highways. It's very costly. So we are switching over to waterways. They have already done it. But we are yet to do. Here you will find this project will give an answer to all these questions. So I got a PowerPoint project presentation. After the PowerPoint presentation, you can ask questions, raise questions. And our colleague, Mr. Kasi and Mr. Gupta ji is here, and he is also in our team. And our Central Water Commission chairman, former chairman, he has also come. He is very knowledgeable person on that. And number of members are my good friends also here. So I am very happy. Please see the presentation first, then you can raise any questions. There is a small film, it will be run about 5 to 7 minutes. It's overall about this, overall project.
History of the world, a new nation was born. India breathed its first breath of freedom. Breaking the shackles of slavery, India gained its political freedom to write its own fate on that glorious day. Well, the moving finger writes and moves on further. 5 decades have elapsed, and India is yet to breathe the air of real freedom in its complete sense. The freedom from poverty and inadequacy. Yes, India needs the second freedom, the economic freedom. Is it humanly possible to realize this great dream of quenching the thirst and hunger of the starving millions and fulfill their basic needs of life? Why not? Asks a visionary amidst us, Professor A.C. Kamaraj, who is the chairman of National Waterways Development Council. Professor A.C. Kamaraj, with his devoted team of enthusiastic experts, envisioned a unique and innovative concept of providing a waterway network stretching across this vast subcontinent. The Ganga Kumari National Waterways Project, with its multi-pronged approach, imbibes in it extraordinary potential to provide a bouquet of benefits to the nation as a whole. Details of the project. The National Waterways Project, NWP, is a networking of India's rivers to create a waterways covering the entire nation. Just like the Golden Quadrilateral Project for national highways, the Ganga Kumari project is conceived with 3 principal waterways, not only for distribution of water, but also for year-round navigation from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, not to mention generation of hydroelectric power at a fraction of capital otherwise required. The Himalayan waterways, 4,500 kilometers long and 500 meters contour mean sea level, connecting all the tributaries of Ganga and Brahmaputra. The central waterways, 5,750 kilometers long and 300 meters contour mean sea level, connecting tributaries of Ganga on south, Mahanadi, Narmada, Tapti, etc. The southern waterways, 4,650 kilometers long and 300 meters contour mean sea level, connecting Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri and west-flowing rivers in Kerala. There will also be a continuous balancing waterways on the underside of the national waterways, which will act as one long reservoir and check dam for transfer of water. The width of the balancing waterways are suitably designed to arrest the oncoming rush of water and also to avoid any silt entering the national waterways. The 3 waterways are interconnected suitably so as to have the triple function of impounding, transmitting and distributing flood water among various river basins, having total storage capacity of 15,000 TMC of flood water. The natural ground formation of our country serves as a blessing to the...
बस बढ़िया है। ओके
This is nice.
Sir, Prime Minister stated the river should link. It should not divide the states. It is very, very important. The meaning of this sentence is very, very important. It should happen like that. River should link all the states, all the human beings. You see, the flood damage is very heavy every year, thousands of crores. And last year alone it has been estimated 77,000 crores. Every year it happens. So what is the remedy? And say unemployment, water depletion, all bills shooting up, everything. So what is the solution? And we have been thinking of the solution like interlink everywhere for so many years. So it's not, my project is not the first one, they have been thinking about. But here there has been some problem. First thing, there is pumping. And the states are not accepting because here they say give the utilizable flow water. What you can use even tomorrow we want because you are not using it. But the state says we may need it tomorrow or day after tomorrow. How should we do? There is a problem. And again they bring it very near to the, if you take Andhra, Orissa and all, they are bringing very near to the sea. The commandability is less and logging problems are also there. So they have to overcome such problems. Of course, this can also be there. This project can also be there, but our project is a different altitude. Doesn't interfere with this project, but it's acceptable to all the states. That's very, very important. National waterways. That is Ganga Kumari National Waterways. We call this project. Effective flood control, power shortage elimination, enormous employment, states acceptance. These are the main features of this. This is the project. On the north, you have got the brochure there. There is a Himalayan waterway, the central waterway, southern waterway. And though this happens to be a mega project, this can be implemented in segments. You can take either south or central or north. And even in each segment, you can bifurcate with the states. We are given project for Andhra state, we are given project for Tamil Nadu, we are given project for Karnataka, Bihar. We are in touch with those states. They are also taking interest in these states. Maharashtra also, we are already, I spoke to the institution engineer, they are also taking a lot of interest there. Thank you, sir. Here, we are given the basins, how this works, the same repetition of this project, but with more details with the basins and etc. and overlapping the interlinking rivers also. I think this may not be much interest, but anyway, what are the lengths of each waterways and what altitude they are taken. Because water is transferred from Himalayan to central and central to south. And this is a two-way flow. From south to central, and Ganga water will go to Kaveri. And most important, Kaveri water will go to Ganga also. That is most important. Just like power generation, power grid. This is a water grid, just like power grid. It has been planned like that, and it has been accepted by engineers. This is most important, sir, because we are fighting only for the fresh water. But the flood water is much more. We are not able to take the flood water because that needs a very high investment normally. Engineers don't go for this project. But here, because of the water grid, we are able to take the flood water. You can see total precipitation. Out of that, like the evaporation outflow to the sea is 1500 BCM. And allowing for the hydrology process, what is utilized flow? The whole country can use only 1050 BCM. And out of that, if you deduct the groundwater, the surface water is only 690 BCM. But what goes to sea? You must see 1500 BCM water goes to sea. You are not able to touch the water. But our project is going to take only that water, and it's possible because of the water grid. Here you can see utilized flow 690. Already utilized 250, under planning 132, total already exhaust more or less 382. What you are left is 308 BCM. 300 BCM only is available for the entire country for all our projects. But we are not touching that. We are taking the water 1500 BCM, which is a flood flow to the sea. And out of that, we are taking 430 BCM. That 430 BCM is required for our, it's a requirement for 2050, not the next 10 years or 20 years. What we require by 2050 is the requirement 430. Even then, 70% of flood flow will go to sea. That is most important, because some people will say, if you harvest all the water, if we don't allow sea, water to sea. But we are allowing enough water to sea. What's one principle of difference here? And water from any one river basin can go to any other basin. To make it precise, Godavari water will go to Krishna. That is the project they are having in Andhra. They are taking water from Godavari to Andhra, Krishna. But there is pumping in that proposal. Here we are giving a proposal to Andhra. We have already given the proposal to Andhra. We are diverting water from Krishna to Godavari and Godavari to Krishna. That is, normally water will go from Godavari to Krishna. Everybody will understand. But here, because of the concept of contour canal and two-way flow, the water, excess water, if at all there is anything in Krishna, that will go to Godavari also. That is possible. And this is how it works. The excess water from one river to goes. And when the water level rises, go to the other river. When the water level rises, the other river comes. This is to illustrate how the water works, the waterway works. I have taken an example of Tamil Nadu, and you can see the sample next one. See, here, when there is rain in Godavari, what happens? There is flood, it goes to sea. And only when the water reaches the sea, when you are not able to use it, that becomes a flood flow, excess flow. That is being diverted to, in the waterway, that is being diverted to up to Krishna and Penna. Similarly, when there is rain in Krishna basin, you get lot of water and the water goes to sea without utilizing. That water will be diverted to Godavari or Penna. There is a proposal we are given. This is how it works. Each state we are given separate proposal. This is the technical arrangements.
You can explain this one.
Yes, sir. See, the river, there is a river portion. And normally, the water will be going along the river. In each, suppose there is a dam, you will see only one regulator. But you will see here, there are three regulators. One on the downstream, and the other side, and here also. And just press one. Suppose you don't want to save the water, divert the water, you allow it to the sea. Just like that goes to the sea. To the river and goes along the river course. We don't disturb it. And when you want to take water to national waterway, this national water is operational throughout the year, not for 5 months, 6 months. All the 12 months in the year, it is operational. And if you want to allow water to navigation, you can allow. And if you have to divert the water, then when there is flood, you can divert the water also. When there is flood, what we do, we allow on the river also, and the excess water can be diverted to the waterway to other basins, other systems.
Side and the navigation is also going on.
Side by side there is.
Road is also going on.
Actually, we can have a 6-lane traffic on the bank of the national waterways. This is eco-friendly, because I don't myself call it, but many people say, because one thing, the pollution gets reduced. The oil consumption waterway is very, very less, only 10% of the compared to road transport. That's one thing. And the land acquisition normally is about 6 to 10% for any project, for irrigation project. If you have to irrigate 100 acres, you need 6 to 10 acres. Here we need only 2%. So we are going to have only less land for this project, less displacement, and new forest area. 15,000 kilometers forest area can be have. And there is no high dam. There is no 200-meter dam, 100-meter dam. The maximum height of any dam is only 30 meters. Nothing more than that. There is another advantage of this. And the hydropower. Finance of this project, you already saw that. The cost of this project is estimated 5,35,000 crores. And the return every year is about 1 lakh crores. So it is possible by BOT, that just like national highways. All the national highways are being done at BOT, and they say negative grant. The government need not spend anything, in return government gets the money. It is same possible. Hydropower will fetch us about 60,000 crores every year. How we get this? It is a breakup, 1 lakh crores per year. Benefits total, 150 million acres of irrigation to meet our food requirement, and 60,000 megawatts of power. Incidentally, the power saving due to groundwater recharge is about 40,000 megawatts. Totally, you can say we get about 1 lakh megawatts of power, hydropower. That's very, very important. And smart navigation, because smart navigation is operation throughout the year. So we call it smart navigation. 600 million people, that is 60 crores of people, 60% of people will get drinking water throughout the year. Employment, it has been expected not by me, by one MP. He has calculated how much the employment will be generated. He has given it 180 million people will get employment by this project. And oil saving, every year this will indicate what is the amounts of saving. Once you have the waterway, we will be reducing the oil import by 1,50,000 crores every year. All states will accept, because we are not touching the utility water. We are taking only the rainwater and give it to the same state also. The same state also gets the benefit of the flood water. It is flood not affected. More benefits. All states are receiver. Every state becomes a receiver. There is no question of a deficit state or a surplus state. Because even deficit state sometimes gives to the grid. Because then when they get flood, that state also contributes to the system. No finance is into the government. Constitution, most important, you'll be interested. You will be knowing better. But anyway, just we have brought it. Our constitution provides for national highways, just like national highways. So just national waterways is also provided as just like national highways. All states will be only given. Completion period, we have calculated 1 year per study feasibility report, and detailed project for 2 to 3 years, and implementation 3 to 7, that is 7 years, and 3rd to 10th year. So total completion 10 years. This is for the entire project. But if you go for each state, for example Andhra, they are given only for 5 years. First feasibility report 6 months, and detailed project 1 year, and the completion 3.5 years. Only 5 years we are given the target, and it is possible because the BOT. Suppose the government is doing, it takes a lot of time, a lot of procedure. But when it's given to private people under BOT, they are very fast, they are able to do the work. So it's possible. These are the benefits I have given. What are the benefits of out of this? And there is tourism is also there, poverty alleviation is also in addition to that. All of that. So, our request is that technical economic feasibility study must be taken up and then commence the working. It should be taken up. Views of this project about eminent persons, like Dr. Abdul Kalam, yes, there is a very good project. We get navigation, irrigation, power. And first thing when we present the project, he asked whether it's possible by constitution. We explained to him. Then only he accepted it's possible. Sir, my appeal to members, honorable members of parliament. See, as we presented the project, we get flood every year. There's a lot of money is being wasted, heavy damage, life and cattle, everything, property. So this project has to be taken up in a fast way. And we find, as our chairman was telling, there is no mention about the interlinked rivers in the 11th fire drought plan. We were surprised. Only chairman told us it is not in the 11th fire plan drought plan. Then only we were surprised. Then he advised us, go and meet the minister. We met the minister, And we gave the project, our proposal, and he asked us to have a discussion with the commissioner. He only asked in detailed report about this. We are given for the 11th five plan, draft plan, we have submitted to the ministry. And they said they are in the working group. And now they said added one line in the 11th five plan. Only 2 days back they told us it is being included interlink rivers. And also alternate proposal like yours is also being studied, has to be studied. So we have included that, that's what they said. But all the members, we have to take it up in the parliament that we need your help. I mean, we need not a help. I mean, we want to request and then to you. And if you take it up, it will be fast. And a delay of this project, every day we lose 1,000 crores. The national loss is estimated 1,000 crores every day. You can imagine. If you delay by 5 years, the fifth fire plant, they say they need only 241 crores, something like that. So they are not going to do, but if they delay it, in the 5 years, we will be losing some 20 lakhs crores. So I appeal to honorable members to see this project. If you have any questions, please ask the question. I am ready to answer. My members are also here, team members. They will also speak for 5 minutes. But anyway, meanwhile, you can ask the questions also, sir. Thank you.
If you would, this sounds very ideal. But there's always a gap between what is possible and what is ideal. First and foremost, there are 4 questions in my mind. First question is, so for inter-basin transfer, so far as inter-basin transfers are concerned, how have you been able to provide the pumping and lifting of water in this project? Bye-bye. That's question number 1. If you could say on that, then we will come to this.
Because this is a counter concept. We don't go deep. I mean, there is no tunneling of the mountains. We go just like that, only one level. Counter concept is just taking the waterway and one level. The canal only one level. So there is no pumping in the whole system. There is absolutely no pumping in the whole system. There is major advantage of this project. And here the contour, we have chosen 300 meters for south and center.
But is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Have it always.
The thing is the topography. The topographical studies which have been conducted over the last 50 years have shown that at certain places it has to be tunneling, certain places it has to be lifting. And for that also we have to sort of consume energy. And this has been studied by Rao Group, this is studied by my colleague Suresh Prabhu, it's of my party. We have been associated with that project for a number of years. And where do you see the topography that water will flow seamlessly along some, where do you see that kind of topography? Because we have gone on with helicopters and we've seen the entire contours, the topography. There are hillocks, major hills, major. Which are the ways in which this flow goes? Without lifting and without tunneling.
The KL proposes, sir. The proposal was to take water from Ganga. The Ganga level is 150 meters above sea level. But he has to go along the Vindhya mountains, across the Vindhya mountains. He has to pump it. But we are not taking water from Ganga. Because if you take, you have to pump. What we do, we go upper at the Himalayan range, at the toe of the Himalaya, where we get 500 meters. And the central and south is 300 meters, lower level. We take the canal to lower level. So water flows automatically to central and south, by gravity. And again, this contour, we have got the contour not only from our own people. We wanted contour and they were not able to give us properly. So for your information, sir, one of our professors went to America. They got from NASA our contour, 100 meter, 200 meter, 300 meter. Then only we were able to finalize our project. This is about more than 5 years before that. So we got the contour from them also. We have got our own contour. We checked with all the maps also. It is possible we can do it.
Can we create the contour level so that the water will be flown out of gravity?
That is what we have done. We have taken the same contour and say because of the same contour water can flow. And again, whenever the waterway crosses a river, there will be a reservoir, mini reservoir, medium reservoir. When the water comes to the reservoir, the water level rises. So it goes. So the length, we did not take it to 1,500 kilometer length. It is just 100 meter, 200 meter length only. It is bifurcated. The flow is adjusted between those two, and then the overall controls them. It is possible without pumping.
The contour level will be decided within reservoirs.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We can't take as we want to take the canal. We have to follow the contour. It may be longer. Suppose the distance between these two canals, the river may be shorter, but if we go by contour, it will be more. That is what we have. Pardon?
I got two. You see, in spite of this, national waterways is being included in the concurrent list. Will it be possible to, because with all the regionalization that is being taken place in this country, will it be possible to take water from one surplus state to the other deficit state? Because the water is a state subject.
Yes, sir.
And because this issue has been discussed with the various state governments also, unless this is being taken to the central list, water is being taken to the central list, in spite of the waterways is being included in the central list, do you think it will be possible unless the constitution is changed?
In our opinion, sir, but the constitution need not be changed for this project. For the reason, so this is a national waterway, and we have an account of water coming into the waterway and going out. That is a debit and credit system. Just like in a bank, you put the money, it may be my money or other money, take the account. We have the account. Similarly, whether it is given, the water given by Godavari or Krishna or Kaveri, we have an account. And they got the right to take that water back. This is only a water bank. The waterway is a water bank, store the water. And they got the right to take the water back, and they can take the water back in a reasonable time. So they are not deprived of that water. Again, when the water goes to sea only, we got the right to take the water into the waterway. Before that, we don't take. Again, sir, as you said, whether the states will agree to spare water. There is another problem we also think. So what we have done is, as I already explained, we have given for each state. Let them do it within the state. They have the master plan, go accordingly. Then we can connect it to the other states. But once the state connects, we went to Andhra. The Andhra important person, he said, you meet other states also. We want to connect to other states because when we connect, we get more benefit. Because suppose you take the southern waterway, it goes to Kerala and Karnataka. And when Andhra gets rain, they don't get rain. When Andhra is not getting rain, they get rain. So this water, when the water, they don't need water, they should come to that. And when there is surplus water, this water goes to that side also. So both the states are getting benefit. So they say we will connect. But now what we say, do it within your states first.
Yeah, will it be possible?
Yes, it is
Within
possible.
the state.
It is possible.
Because with the regional tourism that is dominating the entire political area.
It is possible. We are given the project.
And my next question is,
How many questions you have?
Asha,
Sir, in our Tamil Nadu, we have problems. We have problems. When we get flood in Karnataka, we also be in the same position of getting flood in Tamil Nadu. When Kaveri is flooded in Tamil Nadu, they don't have any other way except letting out water through our dam and then again added to Kaveri. If there is a waterway and our reservoir, balancing reservoir, the Karnataka would have stored this water in the balancing reservoir and diverting that water into the region itself. Instead of letting into our Tamil Nadu, it adds to, that worsens the part. That is the reason we get flood in Kaveri many times. We cry that is to we ask Karnataka people to stop it. But they don't have means to stop it. These are the reasons. When once this waterway is formed and then balanced reservoir is formed, we can send it to Kerala if they want. If they, once when Tamaravarni was flooded, Vaigi was dry in our Tamil Nadu. We could have diverted the Tamaravarni to Vaigi. But when the Vaigi was dry, Kaveri was flooded. We could have taken at least Penna river. That is, we could have added for the drinking water for Madras and other suburban areas. But when we had flood everywhere in Tamil Nadu, most of these drinking water for our reasonably our areas which give water for Madras was dry. Only in the later part of it, it was full. But anyway, we will have an activity which would balance the water, that is water resource to be shared everywhere. We don't have the fight between Kerala and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka and Andhra. That will be stopped. Thank you.
Actually, there is, because when the interlinking of waters is in the news, there was a number of articles written by this environmentalists that unless some percentage of rain goes to the sea, you cannot expect the same quantity of rainfall. See, unless some percentage of rainfall goes into the sea, you can't expect the same amount of rainfall in the next spring. This angle also has.
But as I already mentioned, 70% goes to sea. But here you get more greeneries. The groundwater recharge is going to be very good throughout the country, most of part. So greenery, the more greeneries you get. When more greenery means you attract more rains. People say you are likely to get more rain, but I am not sure which way. But people say we will be able to get more rains because of the precipitation. Yeah, definitely you get more because of the attraction. When there is a greenery, you attract more rains. So the cycle will continue, sir. At a minimum, it will neither rise nor reduce. It will continue.
The proposal seems to be excellent.
Thank you, sir.
If it is practicable and feasible, I think all other obstacles by way of whatever it is, maybe change the law, constitution or whatever it is, all these things, I think there will be a way. Has it been tried in any other country?
No, sir.
Well, because, and one more question. You said it is possible within the states also. It is possible, but when you take the country as a whole, you get rains in one place when there is drought in another place. So this is more feasible when it is taken as a larger, in a larger area. So my only thing is about the practicability. So whether it has been tried anywhere and what is the result, if any?
No, this concept has not been tried anywhere in the world because the people thought always the water will flow only downward. And for water to flow, only the water differential head is required. Just like for current to flow, voltage difference is only required. Here, differential head is required. So this is possible. This has been studied. We have some people had the doubt, and then we gave to Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. They have given all the details, how much water flow away towards and all. So they are given to engineers. Now they are convinced, but it has not been tried anywhere else. And within the state, we have even suggested to Central Water Commission and also the Minister of Water, why not take one segment? For example,